Woo! How's it? Hang loose. Wow. Okay. Gonna do newspaper. And I hope you like the other one, talk story stuff, because it's diverging into some other niches of paranormal and supernatural and stuff. And that. I gave a little explanation. Blah blah blah. So more different stuff coming up, and hang loose for cryptocurrency. That'll be up pretty soon. So subscribe, share with your friends, like the button, comment. Tell me what you want to see, maybe more of, what you like more, or whatever. I don't know. Just do what you feel. Follow. Anyways, okay, I'm gonna try to run. I'm using my different cameras, as you can see, and I'm trying to test out what's the best thing to do. Okay, so here's welcome, newspaper, hang loose. August 23rd, Sunday edition. Small Town Blues. Oh wow wow wow. Oh wow wow wow. I sit down by the crossroads. Hey, the small towns they're talking about are the plantation towns. That's like the really root of those towns. But you'll know them near the big surf places and the very high tourist places. The ones that you go out of Waikiki and you hit, and those are the places. Haleiwa on Hawaii and stuff like that. Number of cases today, 284, so numbers are not going down, so you can expect more lockdowny down. This little thing's boarded up. It says, are we really waiting for a return to normal, italicized, or are we ready to build something different? And it's all, you can barely see it. It's rainbowy. I don't know. So, whatever that means. It's just different. With rainbows and unicorns. Okay, so let's just run with the main story here for a second. More than a second, according to my videos. I try to be better. But this stuff is just so much material. The dusty sidewalks of Paia. See Maui right there? And there's a little green square. And it shows you where Paia is. So not on that side, it's on that side. It's on the North Shore. Lower Paia, Baldwin Park, Paia Bay, Hana Highway. So Hana Highway goes all the way around. You can go eventually to Paia. The dusty... Now, gather round. Wait for the tumbleweeds to roll by. The dusty sidewalks of Paia are mostly empty these days. And there's parking galore. An eerie sight, a former plantation town that survived the demise of the sugar industry by transforming into a tourism magnet, trading on its rural heritage and charm. Basically, I'll tell you what, they shut down agriculture in Hawaii and put all their eggs in one basket. I keep saying, that's tourism. Survive the eerie demise of the sugar industry. You take money away from them and they can't work. Like the post office. The Bank of Hawaii branch is only branches down blah 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 blah. Up into this before the pandemic took Paia's sidewalks are jammed with visitors. Now it's a mix of boutiques and restaurants and galleries. Now many stores are boarded up or vacant, and therefore the picture. Let's run. Oh, I was in church, and the guy says, my pastor, he's up there doing a homily to talk to the people. And he says, and pray for the deceased, or pray for the Pray for the demise or something. Pray for the demise of the Wi-Fi in California. Like, yeah, man, they don't need no Wi-Fi. Pray for the fire. He was saying wildfire, but he has a happy accent. Wi-Fi. Pray for the disruption of the Wi-Fi in California. God, that's not broadcasted. Wi-Fi in California. I pray this. You got too much. You got it good. California sees 1 million acres burn in just a week. 1 million acres. That's bad. And Louisiana grids for potential double storm. They get lots of flooding there in Louisiana. It's my friend that's from Louisiana. God bless her soul. You see him catch his life. Okay. I don't know what this is. Garbage is. I don't know. Okay. Here we go. Small towns, right? Try to keep a little. God, half my time's gone. The newly formed Paia Community Association estimated 4% of the town and 71 shops are either permanently or temporarily shut down. So here's Paia. They're shutting down. They're like, oh. But here's the fun part. The collapse of the state visitor industry. Fun part. Sorry. That's what this is doing to me, brain. The collapse of the state's visitor industry due to COVID-19 has left many former plantation towns across Hawaii on the verge of collapse as well as they wait for Governor Ige. They're blaming it on the Governor Ige right now to lift the 14-day quarantine requirement for out-of-state travelers that was extended at least through September. That's what I was talking about. The pre-testing travel. They pushed it to October 1st. They're waiting for it, and it got farther away. It's like the end of the rainbow. You try to go to the end of the rainbow, it's farther away. By the time Hawaii commercial, okay, when this guy is like, this guy is opening a shop, man. It wasn't plantation because those days are. You go over, it's like, oh, plantation days, long time ago, eh? Check it out, it's all buildings, like plantation days, eh? Plantation. But, you know, it's been long gone. It's like, oh, tourist shops, and this one called High Tech. High Tech Sure Spot in Baldwin. Go fit this there, but it's probably boarded up right now. Maui. TV repair, dry cleaner, general store. Opened up in 82. Neighboring businesses had repair shop. Back in those days, eh? I think we were the only place where you could find board shorts. Eh? Board shorts. The only place you can find one board shorts, eh? That basically long time store, and when they go down, it's like everyone's just like, no. It's like they killed Abraham Lincoln, and then like the Egyptians, they wiped him from history. No. We have a population of home. This is what I'm talking about. Now, also, when I was in Mass yesterday doing the lector thing, it's weird. I was in church, and they can't sing. So there was like those parts of the la 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 la. You're supposed to sing joy, not just pray, but sing your praise and sing your prayers, because it makes you feel like God feels like they're happy about praying. Sing. It's supposed to be more spiritually powerful too. Well, you gotta can that singing. So now I was like, Russia, 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 where it used to be prayer singing. But there's a little creed part where they say, na 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 na, what you believe, what we believe. And at the end it says, and we look forward to the resurrection of the dead. Because as Catholics, you're supposed to believe in people physically are resurrected. Resurrection of the dead? Look forward to it. Zombie apocalypse. And people going nutsy during the virus. Well, now, with that premise, here we go. We have this is Maui, back to Paia. this world. We have a population of homeless and mentally ill and pirates that have always been there. But ever since the COVID and the closing down of businesses, there are only ones there. They have pretty much taken over the homeless, the crazies with mental problems. You know, it's much like that, ghost story where the campfire ghost story, where it's like, it starts off, and somebody escaped from the mental asylum, and there's a little hook on the door, and they were parked out, they're going to smooch in the car at night, but somebody escaped from the mental asylum. Right? Yeah, I'm just painting a dumb picture of this, but this is dumb in and of itself. The population of homeless mentally ill have always been there. Since the COVID closing down, they are the only ones there. And they've pretty much taken over. Mutiny, and the problem has become more obvious. And in everybody's faces. From the high from Baldwin base fees lower. Okay. It used to be like all cars and all the way stretch of Hana Highway is like 2-lane road. You get massive Hana. You get traffic jam and Hana. Oh, you're just stuck. It's a great drive when there's no other cars. It's also dangerous as hell. Right now, back to the pirate story. He operates high-tech sports. Right now, I'm at my business, looking across the street at a guy who's screaming at a tree. Walsh said in a phone interview last week, quote, "He's obviously mentally ill or on drugs. And there are 6 other shirtless, shoeless individuals there. No shirt, no shoes, no mental capacity for reason. Screaming at a tree. And there's a girl wrapped in a blanket who's screaming at the sky. Oh my God. It's definitely another scale of harassment or disturbing the peace. You're arresting it. Well, there's no more tourists, no more traffic jam, but you got like these kind of, mentally illness, in island populations higher, and amongst the houseless, I'm vying to be PC. I am not that politically correct. I'm just trying to be tame here a little, but I've caught the bus a lot and been harassed myself by the homeless or bums, They come up, they give me a cigarette, and then all of a sudden they're your best friend and you can't get rid of them, and they like want to take advantage of you, and they have a keen eye to see who they can take advantage of. It's like, wow, it's like rip-offs. It's like, wow, it just like, scan right in your face, and as I spit at myself, it was a dramatic experience over years. I'm never freaking waiting for the bus. Yeah, they used to try to promote that. Oh, the bus riding. Oh my God. So, yeah, a lot of them are on drugs, and they're doing the heavy-duty drinking and drugging. That's why they don't want to go to the homeless shelters. They won't take my puppy dog. No, it's because they don't allow drugs and drinking. So there's a lot of that. It's really kind of, I don't have a solution, but I can complain, but no one wants to hear me complain. Sorry, I'm building my humor on it. So, it's definitely a scale of harassment or disturbing the peace. I mean, God, you got like people that are just out of their mind for whatever houseless reason. Maybe they don't watch enough House TV. House, Dr. House. Screaming at the sky, screaming at the street. Okay, I do have a heavy heart for them. Sure you do. I do know a lot of mentally ill and have needing some assistance, but they don't accept the mentally ill that are just freaking whack, and they harass and scam you, and they don't want assistance. Those are the ones that do want assistance. There's a lot of people trying to reach out. 2 weeks ago, ran up, swiped the cafe's tip jar. See. 2 weeks ago, ran up, swiped the cafe's tip jar. This is how you would see in rural countries. It's been ongoing, blended with hundreds of cars. We didn't think it would get worse whole situation. So that's what it looks like in Paia's, Maui's little best surf town. Dun, 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 dun. There's lots more news, but we decided to take a little bit of time on that one. Because I needed to practice doing different voices. Because tonight is Othello. Yes, Shakespeare and Sunday Troupe will be playing Othello. And I probably have, like, I think it's a short play, so it's, I get, like, a handful of dumb little parts, so, whatever. Not a... and we'll be in the Zoom, and I'll be trying to record the Zoom, so get ready for more Shakespeare with those. We're getting better at Zooming it. But this is another nice little one. The fake concert. I had to look at this one. Fake concert? Hey, fake concert. How do you fake a concert? Never mind. They fake drive-in movies, but at least they're trying to make drive-in movies. Why did they ever get rid of drive-in movies? What's wrong with the world? Okay. Looks like I'm going to have to switch roles. I'm going to have to switch reels pretty soon. Another reason for timing. If you look at the multi-seconds, it's going to be faster, faster. 30, 1, 2. Okay. The fake concert is held to study the spread of the virus. Now we're talking about scientists. Yes. And we're talking about the Berlin. Yes, we are. We are talking about Germany and Berlin. You know, I don't know if you ever know this, but you know that Nazi crap, the neo-Nazis? They don't do that in Berlin. They don't do that in Germany. It's actually very... I think they probably have a couple crackpots and shit. Ooh, I'm politically incorrect now. But that's not really a thing in Germany. It is in America, but it's not in Germany. And if you have any clue about actual World War II history, yes, the Holocaust did happen. If you have any clue about actual World War II history, these neo-Nazis are not anything like real Nazis. Okay, guys, you gotta shift gears and get a different outlook, a different thing to do. But anyways, Germany's not like that now. They're more like techno. Techno and rave music, techno music, stuff like that. And I'm coming up on my thing, so I'm going to continue this. Cut! Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for my close-up. Crap! Rolling on audio. Rolling on audio. Continuity. Continuity. Script, please. You were saying some stupid thing about there's no Nazis in Germany. And a fake concert. Line, please. In fake German accent, scientists about studying the virus. Thank you. 3, 2, 1, action. Sound sync. That's right. I'm my own little movie production studio all in my own head. Thank you, YouTube. We love you so much. Whoever you are, whatever you are. One of these days, I'll be recognized. Alright, back to your content. Okay, yeah, this is a fake concert in Germany, Berlin, and what I was telling the story was, it was actually a long time ago. I was on the beach, and I met somebody that was from Germany, and they were actually from, I remember, from Dusseldorf, because I was like cracking up because they said Dusseldorf. You're from Dusseldorf. I don't know why that's funny. It's just funny to say Dusseldorf. It's like Dusseldorf. Anyways, I guess he probably was a 20-something person, because I spoke to him about music because he was listening to this, I don't know, like a Walkman. That's how back it was. And I said something about Led Zeppelin, and he didn't know who that was. It's like, you don't know who Led Zeppelin is? Led Zeppelin? Houses of the Holy? Immigrant song? Oh, I'm from the land of the ice and the snow. No? When the levee breaks? No? Dazed and Confused? No. Didn't know who Led Zeppelin was. So I was like, what are you listening to? He's listening to rap music. I'm like, oh. And share the headphones. It was all in German. In German. I was like, oh my god. Okay, continuing on. Fake concert. They love their music in Germany. The youth. German researchers and the scientists studying COVID-19 packed part of a Leipzig arena with volunteers collecting data in, quote, real life. We want real life volunteers in the arena. About 1,500 people took part in an experiment. We need some people for our experiment. About 1,500 of them to be exact. Germany in science. Researchers equipped each volunteer, they wanted to, with contact tracers to record their routes in the arena and track the path of aerosols. The small particles that could carry the virus. They emitted as they mingled and talked. Oh, this is such a fucking... And plus the German language. It's a guttural for you. German pop singer Tim Bendzko. Tim Bendzko, man. Tim Bendzko. Everyone knows Tim Bendzko. Appeared on stage to create a realistic reaction from the crowd as possible for three scenarios. We really had a lot of fun, he said. We survived driving concerts this summer, and in that respect for us, this is a first step towards normalcy. Whatever that is. Whatever normal is. Good luck with that definition in the future. Under the first scenario, which simulated the very beginning of the pandemic, the concertgoers were kept close together in a room with no social distancing. In the second, the researchers instituted hygienic measures and larger social distances between volunteers. In the third, a distance of 5 feet between participants was strictly enforced. 5 foot. 5 foot taser sticks. 5 feet. I guess they measure yards differently. It's metric. Stefan Mortez, who led the study, said researchers only about a third of the volunteers had hoped for. We only had a third of the volunteers. We have good quality data. The results of the study are expected in 4 to 6 weeks. So stay tuned for this stuff, huh? But here's wait, I missed the important part here. What they're doing this to test, regular concert goers. See, okay, I assume they're not infected. Guess what? What's the point? But they're not really tracing the virus. They're tracing the aerosol, the aerosol, and the contact. They're testing how that spreads in 3 different scenarios in a concert situation. And what they did is fluorescent disinfectant were used to highlight the surfaces at the mocked concert that were touched the most frequently. Now you might have seen this. They did this stuff with I don't know what Asian country. I don't know if it's China or Japan. They did it with restaurants. Buffet. Oh, at the buffet. See what? So you have a mock concert in Germany, and everybody's having fun, and they're all like glowing in the dark. Shouldn't the teachers work from home? 24% of them said no, don't let them work from home. They're expendable. Over here in Hawaii, $10 million of relief fund goes to non-tourist jobs. Someone is starting to understand. Because we see Hawaii as broken in its response to the virus. And they're blaming everything on the governor, Mr. Miyagi. Ige. Governor Ige is catching the wrath. We must sacrifice for the greater. Letters to the editor. We must sacrifice for the greater good. I want to walk on the beach, fully exposed problem. I want this and I want that. No one would argue it's good to be outside, but don't you see the beaches on the weekend? They're packed full of people. Having gatherings like COVID never existed. It's unfathomable. So sacrifice a little longer so we can reopen. Nature will counter human disruption. This one's kind of, we humans never contribute, not like showing hungry at the potluck with an offer. We don't have any we don't have to be the problem child. We can grow up and no longer be responsible. So be responsible, Earthlings. There's an interconnection amongst all Earthlings. Bees pollinate plants. So everything that lives on Earth is an Earthling. 2. Gabbard should help, not criticize. Yep. Democrat stuff over here. Democrat here is not like the same as Democrat, but she wants to be governor. They should all be fired. And over here, hire someone to get tourism reopened. If you don't like the person in charge, fire them and hire someone that will just open up the tourism. So I guess we don't all. So, yep, it's a long time in newspaper. So just, I don't know, watch out for the zombie apocalypse. I'm gonna go scream at the tree and scream at the sky. Invasion of the Body Snatchers. See, told you, zombie apocalypse, it's happening. Hang loose, hang loose. Aloha.